Hi there, this is Sue from Miller's Laboratory. Thanks so much for joining me today. I have a journal to flip through for you here. This journal is for sale in my Etsy shop, and if you're interested, please take a look. You'll find the link below. I have lots of journals there. I hope you'll find one that suits you. This little book is, I guess I would say, sort of a feminine theme, and it is measuring about 5 1/4 inches wide, about 7 3/4 inches high, and then it's about 1.5 inches thick at the spine. I have tied it closed with some coffee dyed velvet ribbon. This is not vintage ribbon, it's new, but I thought it suited the theme. I'm going to go ahead and remove that and set it aside. With this book I did something a little different, and when I stitched in the signatures I did it hidden. So on the spine here you're not going to see any stitches at all. I used this really beautiful fabric that I found at the thrift store. I think it's probably some sort of upholstery fabric. It's heavy, but I just loved the texture, the pattern. It's got a sheen to it. It reminded me of a beautiful ball gown, and I thought it went nice with the cover. I have several of these types of books, which are sort of, I guess, ladies' books that were written, I'm not sure, late 1800s, early 1900s. And the covers have colored photos on them. They were very muted. They were very dingy and muted, and so I just put a little bit of clear shoe polish on there to protect it so that it doesn't get scratched or faded anymore. And it might be a little hard for you to see, but it's a woman standing on a staircase looking over the railing, and then there's a very dapper gentleman standing here. So that set the mood for the book for me. Let's take a look inside. Now here you can see the fabric that I used to bind it, and it was an old vintage handkerchief in kind of a peachy color. So that is actually glued down in there, and you may want to put some end paper in there and cover that up, but I just left it. I like to see the original parts of the book at times, so I left that plain, but you could certainly put something in there yourself, a book plate or a pocket, or you could just cover it totally with paper. As I said, this is very thin fabric, so you could easily cover it. This is the original table of contents of the book, and you're going to see that I've reinforced the fold on these because this paper was pretty brittle, but I wanted to put it in there. This was the title page, Hearts Courageous. This is from an old calendar book that I found at a thrift store. And a flower book. This is a little flip out here of some old letterhead. So you can write in here and then fold this back up and tuck it away. And it's secret. And then that does flip out so that you can see the whole picture there. This is from some old, kind of an old bookkeeping or ledger book that I have. And this is from a vintage bird book. Some old Italian paper, rag type paper, I believe. Edith Holden. This is chapter 1 of the book, and I made a little double pocket here with some coffee dyed glassine envelope. And in here I just tucked the digital of this little page that I printed. Love the pink. And then on this side I made a little journal card. Another original book page. There's one on the outside of each signature. Here we have a little folded card. It's just a digital. And I tucked this underneath, another pretty image of a garden. And then this belly band just opens out like this so that you can write in there and close it back up. Little pocket here with a journaling card. From a really old, like early 1900s stamp collector's book that I have. It's really delicate paper. And a wildflower book here. These are from some a box of carbon paper, and I just liked how the blue went around the edge, and so they're just put in there. You could write underneath and then they would kind of cover up the writing, and I thought that looked kind of cool. It's a little flip out with some hymnal page and an image. This is a original page from the book, one of the pages that had a picture on it. I've got 2 or 3 of those in here. I just tipped them in onto some stubs that I made. Here's another flip out page. Tissue again. Tried to put tabs on the pages that were more delicate so that you could use them to turn the page and hopefully not tear it. This piece of sheet music seemed really appropriate, Courtly Grace. And then this is a little flip here. This is just plain paper, but it opens up like a card, and you can journal in there. And then this opens up here, and this one opens this way. Here's our third signature, When a Woman Dreams. Got a little top tuck here with some old notebook paper, vintage or antique notebook paper from someone's school notebook. Pretty journal card here with birds. This is some old German paper from an old book. Here's another little flip out page where I made another little pocket. And here I just used an image of roses from a book that I have and cut out some butterflies and added those in. And this is just a little accordion for writing. This is from Ruby and Pearl. Beautiful image of old wallpaper. This was the inside of the book. This page was original. Had all the different names of the owners in it. This is just a little flip up here. And this fabric is from the handkerchief that I used to bind the book together. Pretty little pocket here with this beautiful rose image. This little card was tucked into the book, so I thought it needed to come with. It's like a little thank you card or something that someone wrote. Isn't that sweet? So that's a little pocket, and then this also opens out like that, so you have a little extra writing space there. Just a pretty journal card here. Next signature. Again, an image from that rose book. And just some collage on the back of it to cover up the not so pretty parts. This is a pretty little book I have about birds. Another little pocket page here. Just a little folded card. Typing paper. And a glassine bag here used as a pocket with a journaling card inside. I don't do a lot of collage on the journaling cards usually. You certainly can add to them and make them your own. I tend to keep things simple. This page just folds out for some pretty images of flowers. An old math book. And the other half of the glassine here, tucked a couple things in here. Just this is from a little bird book, the flamingo and a bittern. And then this is just a little folded card with some stenciling and coffee dye and a vintage doily. This flips out here. It's a window envelope that I added an image of a flower, some flowers to. Inside of that, I just tucked this digital print of a page from an old day book. I like the color of it. And on this side, there's also a pocket. Have a little digital or a little journaling card here, and just a pretty greeting card, just plain. Oh, why is it stuck shut though? There we go. Okay, I'll fix that. Last signature. Another pretty flower book. This one I think maybe for children. It's really pretty. Another Edith Holden image here. It's another journaling card with birds. Image of a painting. This is a wrapper from a bar of soap. My son always buys me these really beautiful Italian soaps for Christmas, and it was so pretty. It's kind of a Christmassy image, but I just thought it was so pretty. I thought it would make a great page. A little tuck here, a little like stereograph image. And here's another one of those original images from the book. It's another pocket. Little journal card here. Print out here from a sampler book, fabric sampler. It's a digital image. There's the end. I've got my label here and my signature. And again, if you want to add something to this, it's a little plain and rough looking. I wanted to leave it, but you can do what you like with it. So I hope that you will be happy with this book and make it your own. You can find it in my Etsy shop along with some other really great books. Thank you so much for visiting me today. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful day. Bye.